Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, it's looking like in the next couple of months, probably June, they're going to open Thailand up properly. That's the way it's looking. Getting rid of that Thailand pass and the arrival testing and the excessive insurance requirements and all that. And when that happens, you guys are going to be arriving in your thousands. And from your comments and emails, there are plenty of first timers on the way. So we're going to have a chat about how not to get ripped off and if Pattaya has become overpriced, while I show you around the Soapys. Now we've just turned right up Soy Honey from Second Road, and the big building which is going to appear on the left side is a Soapy, and this is called Honey One. This is Soy Honey. This is called Honey One Soapy. I'm not going to go into details about what it does in there, but your average, that's the building there, that grey and sort of whitish coloured one, that one. Your average visit there will cost you between 2,000 and 3,000 baht, and you'll come out with a smile on your face. And it is obviously the 5 Soapys which I'm going to show you and where the locations are all temporarily closed, of course, but only temporarily. They will open very soon. Now I've just gone up Soy Honey, and we're going to turn right on Soy 21 to go to the next, show you the next Soapy, which is on Soy PP. There's Tree Town on your left side. So Soy PP is just to the right up here, and we'll go and have a look, and I'll show you where that one is, so you'll know the location of all the 5 which are going to reopen in probably June, toward the end of June. Now, from what I understand, they're all going to reopen back then. They're very, very popular with newbies who don't really understand the scene. Also very popular with Indians. So let's just have a look. Now I was going to have a chat to you about the costs, basically, and not so much here, I've already told you that cost, but the costs generally which have risen over the last few years in Pattaya. Now look to your left side, see PP. Now if you read the sign, you understand what it is. Yeah, you can read the sign. It's still covered up, but you can still read it, so you understand what it is what we're talking about here, which is body to body, and it's about 3,000 baht roughly. That sort of figure you're going to be paying. Okay. Now the question posed in the thumbnail is Pattaya becoming overpriced? Now in my opinion, you have to split the costs of Pattaya, if you like, into 2 categories, and that's those people who are coming on holiday, vacation, those prices, and then the living here prices. Massive difference. So dealing with the holiday vacation prices first, I would say yes, in recent years before COVID the prices were going through the roof. Then you had a 2-year pause, but judging by what I'm seeing on Walking Street, it seems to me that they're beginning to push the prices to the max already, even though there's no dancing. They're not allowed to dance yet. They're still pushing it. They don't seem to care about giving value for money. Years ago, Pattaya's nightlife scenes, prices bore relation to the actual cost of living in Thailand. For example, any girl would be happy to do an LT for 1,000 baht a few years ago. LT. When the average Thai wage was about 300 baht a day. So that's 3 times the average wage, which was fair. Okay. Nowadays, a tasty girl wants 3,000 to 4,000 baht for a long time. But the average Thai wage is still below 400 baht. So now a girl can make about 8 to 9 times what the average wage is in a day. In my opinion, yes, that's overpriced. Say you compare that, for example, to the FKK clubs in both in Germany and the ones that are similar in southern Spain. I've been to both, I know exactly what they're like. Where the ST is between 60 and 80 euros, with a 9+ quality staff, by the way. Now compare that to what they're asking for ST in the fancy clubs on Walking Street, which is about 2,000 baht or 60 euros, and that's with the European costs of living, the other one. So yes, I would say the nightlife scene is way overpriced for a country like Thailand and the Thai cost of living. By the way guys, if you're a regular viewer, please subscribe. It costs you nothing, it's free. So the people who pushed the prices up over the last few years were mostly the Koreans and the Japanese, because of this not wanting to lose face nonsense about they wouldn't barter the price. They just accepted whatever price the Thais gave them, and of course the Thais just took advantage of that and pushed the price up and up, and they just kept saying yes and yes, no problem, and they paid it, and it went through the roof. That's what actually happened. But they at the moment don't seem to be returning. So while we Westerners are the only customers, once again, we need to refuse to pay these silly prices on Walking Street and try and get them to reduce them. If we don't pay, if we vote with our feet, then maybe there's a chance. In the meantime, what you should do is go to a good beer bar or a gents club, a good gents club, not some of the ones that have fairly recently opened, which are a bit on the high price, some of them. Oh, look at that. Yeah, the walls, they've taken the boarding down which said runway 88. That's all gone. In fact, all the advertising has disappeared for runway 88. That just leaves the jumbo jet sitting there. Alcazar on the right hand side, which is the quite well known Ladyboy show, along with Tiffany's further up on the left side. They're both quite famous. Now we're approaching Sabai Room Soapy. There it is, coming up in a minute. Sabai Room. That is a Soapy. There are 3 Soapies very, very close together here. There's this one, which is at the moment closed, as I said, but judging by the fact that the doors are open and there's a security guard inside, I would think it's going to reopen in time. I don't think it's being demolished or sold or anything. I think it's going to reopen. It looks like it to me. They've just secured it for the time being. Yeah, I saw a security guard go in and out, which I haven't put on video. Right, back. That's the bars over on 3. Now across the road, that orange and black building, that is also a Soapy, but that is Honey 2. Yeah, that's that one. And then if we come further up across it, at the top of Soi 2, we have Sabai D Soapy. That's the 3 Soapies which are here. So what I'll do now, I'll just take, while we have another chat, I'll just take you down to the bottom of Soi 2, past Sabai Lodge, down to Beach Road. And we'll go left at the bottom, and I'll take you back behind Soi 6, because there's another Soapy there which I want to show you, but it's because you may well know it. It's quite well known, called Rasputin's, but I want to show you that. And there's also something else there as well I want to show you. So we'll just have a wander down here, okay? Now, the second part of the chat was about, is Pattaya overpriced regarding living here? And the answer to that is a definite no. It's anything but overpriced. It's still, to a great degree, the old original Thai prices, Thai standard, nothing like these rip-off tourist prices. I mean, it's one of the most affordable places in the world to live. I mean, those guys who've watched my videos, my condo videos, will know just how cheap accommodation is in Pattaya. I mean, you can get a very nice condo in a quality block for 300 US dollars, or 230 British pounds. That's 10 to 12,000 baht a month. Now try finding that price in the West. There's Fat Coco's on the left. Actually, never been in there yet. I'll have to go give it a try. I'm going to take you down here. I'm going to turn left just near past McDonald's, and I'll show you something unusual. Another thing is, don't use motorbike taxis anymore. Finish with them. Get the Bolt app on your phone and use the Bolt, because I went the other day from Pattaya to Central Festival with 3 people. It was 80 baht. I mean, that's like $2.40 or £1.80, you know, so cheap. And if it was a motorbike taxi, they'd charge you 100 baht times 3, one for each person. Outrageous. Don't do it. Use Bolt. Now we're going to go this is the back of Soi 6, where all these murals are, and we're just going to come up here because I wanted to show you where Rasputin's ears all was. Simple, but the main reason is to show you this area in front. Now this is all stripped completely. There's nothing there at all. Open ground, completely surrounding the jumbo jet. That was Rasputin. That was one of the best Soapys in Pattaya. It's finished, it's gone. Everything's been stripped out, the name's gone, everything's gone. That's never going to reopen, in my opinion. Doesn't look like it. But I wanted to show you this jumbo jet as well. But just going back to the Bolt app, it's a fabulous app. It shows you where the car is, and it shows a map on Google Maps. It tells you the colour of the car and what model it is, and when it's arriving, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, whatever. Fantastic app and so easy to use. Absolutely love it. I use it all the time now if I'm not on the bike, if there's more than a couple of people. Now I'm going to briefly touch on street vendors. Let me show you something I just bought yesterday. Okay, this is what I bought yesterday. Now the street vendor, I was sitting at the cafe, the street vendor came along and showed it to me, and it said it was like hand carved wood and all that. Of course I know it's not, but basically this is what they're selling to the tourists, and he wanted 1,200 baht for it. All right, it's beautiful, I love it, I've really liked it, but I just started laughing when when he gave me the price, because by pure chance, one of my friends owns a shop down on Second Road, and at the junction here. Okay, this is the junction. My friend's shop is there, Fairy. Now I know him well. I go in quite often, and I know the prices, so I knew exactly how much that was in his shop because I'd seen it. And this is his shop, and this is the price. Okay, I'll show you the price right now. Now the vendor wanted in the cafe that I was sitting in, wanted 1,200 Thai baht for this hand-carved wooden ornament. Okay, my friend sells them in his shop for 299 baht, and he's making a profit on that. I asked him, I told him the story, and I asked him, and he said, "Oh, I buy them for 150 baht." And he buys a lot of them, so maybe the vendor bought it for 200, so he's making 1,000 baht profit. Wow, that's street vendors for you. Not all of them. Some are much better than others, but some are not. Some are utter rip-off merchants. By the way, I paid 400 baht for it, for his legwork. Please subscribe and share, especially share. And thank you very much for watching.